Good afternoon. This is a first for me. I'd hoped that I would never have to sit behind lots of microphones and address the media. I haven't prepared anything. I've made a couple of notes whilst I sat here. As Mr. Creel said, we thought that we'll have time, but the media interest was just way too big. I just want to make it clear that this decision wasn't a sudden decision, wasn't something that I decided on yesterday. There's been consultation and conversation going back a year or more about my career and about what I would want to do. But when I made a decision, I decided to implement the decision. It wasn't easy. I just want to say that I'm a prosecutor at heart. I will always be a prosecutor. I just think that the prosecutors in our country are brilliant. We have the most brilliant prosecutors in South Africa. I'm just one of them. I just did a matter that was all over the media, but we have an unbelievable core of prosecutors in this country, and I'm with them in heart, and I will always be a prosecutor. It was very difficult for me. Even this morning it was difficult. I'm leaving behind a lifetime. 36 years of prosecution is a lifetime. I did it because I wanted to. I did it because I thought I was making a difference. I did it because I thought I was acting for people without voices in prosecution. My main concern, when I was approached by AfriForum, we had various discussions and lots of discussions, and my main concern has always been that everybody should be equal before the law. I've known and I've read and I've seen more and more perception that there might be selective prosecutions. And if that is so, then I think it's absolutely brilliant to have an organization that can just make sure that everybody's really equal before the law, that there are no selective prosecutions. And I just asked myself the question, it's only AfriForum that came up with this concept. It's only AfriForum that's willing to put resources there to create such a office. And because they would want to do that, I certainly would want to help. And I've not had a single question about my political affiliation at any discussions with AfriForum. I've never had a political agenda, and I don't have one now. You know, I've been a prosecutor for 36 years, and I think I've built up integrity that I'm proud of over the period of 36 years. I won't sell it. I won't sell my integrity and do something that I don't believe in. That being said, we start a new organization, a new office tomorrow. So I kindly challenge everybody to follow my career further and to see if I've changed from the integrity that I built up over a period of 36 years. And now all of a sudden I take different decisions and prosecute different people and prosecute people differently. So for me, having decided to remain a prosecutor forever, when I was approached that I could still be a prosecutor and be in the private practice and make a difference, I jumped at it. You know, I understand all the perceptions, and the only thing that I would want people to do is to follow us, criticize us. If we do anything wrong, if you think we have some other agenda, you're out there. Challenge us with that, and I'm sure we won't have any of those challenges. I agree with Mr. Creel. We have decided not to prosecute people through the media. You know, we've decided not to. I think it's a harmful and hurtful process of splashing all over the media who you're pursuing and what you're pursuing. But once we've decided to pursue a certain matter, we will certainly do so. In terms of the Act, if we get a certificate to prosecute, to do a private prosecution, we have 3 months to institute a prosecution. So we will take our time, we'll look at all the matters and then prosecute within 3 months. May I just say that there will be lots of questions by lots of people with more knowledge about the law than I do that would say, but this is not possible. There will be challenges. There certainly will be challenges, but at least there's an office that will look at all these challenges, that would challenge the law and see if it's possible. I'm not saying, and that's not what we're putting on the table, that there'll be a prosecution within 2 months or 3 months. We first have to really look at the concept. I haven't had time. You know, last week I was still a prosecutor in Vereniging prosecuting a matter. And now I'm sitting here, I'm just excited to be part of something new. I've created something new before. When I heard about this, I became excited again. I've got 5 to 10 years of my career left, and if I'm able to create something that could benefit the legal system in the country, I'll be so happy. So those are the few words. I haven't prepared anything. I'm certain that I have lots of questions, and if there are questions, I would answer those as honestly as I can.
I would now like to open the floor for questions. At the back.
Hi, Graham Husky from the Times newspaper. Graham Husky from the Times newspaper. In terms of this team that is being established, can you give an indication of how many people are going to be brought on? Is it going to be just yourself, or are we going to see you bringing in other members of your team, or possibly headhunting other senior prosecutors like yourself from the NPA? Thank you.
As you would know, people that should I answer every question now? Should I answer? Yeah, okay. Yeah. As you know, I believe in a team approach. In court, I get up and I do I look good sometimes, but it's work done by lots of people behind the scenes. So certainly, Mr. Oskin, there will be a team. We haven't decided on it. I've been given the go-ahead by AfriForum to develop this concept and then to develop my team. So certainly, from where I'm sitting, I would like to get the best people in to do this.
Karen.
Karen from the NCA. Advocate Nel, you were arrested in 2008, in front of your kids. You've endured a lot of threats. You've gone through Pistorius. Everyone always assumed you'd be a career prosecutor, and the fact that you're leaving now is going to create a perception that perhaps your conditions at the NPA may have led you to make this decision. What is your relationship with Sean Abrams, given that he is very much aligned to a person who signed off on your arrest warrant? And what is your perception of the current leadership of the NPA at the moment? Because you're talking about selective prosecutions. Your same organization went after the finance minister on a case that I think a lot of people would argue was quite baseless. So what is you leaving now saying about the integrity of the NPA?
Karen, those are lots of questions and very difficult to answer, and you know it in asking those. But let me answer it in this way. In the office where I'm at the moment, in the local office of the DPP of Pretoria, where we have a brilliant team of prosecutors. I'm as happy as can be in that particular office. That's why I think I took the decision. It's better to take a decision when you still enjoy what you're doing than to take a decision when you're upset about something, when you quarrel with somebody, when you have axe to grind. I don't. I've taken this decision because I think it's a brilliant new concept and I think it's necessary. To answer your question about Mr. Abrams, I've not had a discussion with Mr. Abrams. We've had meetings. In all my years in the NPA, our paths never crossed. Mr. Abrams is the National Director of Prosecutions, and I honor him for that. But myself and Mr. Abrams never had any discussions, definitely not a discussion about my move here. And my perception of the current management at the NPA, Karen, you're correct. It's not only matters where people are not prosecuted, it's also matters where people are prosecuted and the matters are later withdrawn. That's one of the issues that I've raised in my discussion with Mr. Kriel, and that is, if we decide to prosecute, we must be 100% sure so that we don't allow somebody to be in court and then withdraw a matter. So that is one of the things that I put on the table. I don't know enough about NPA management at the moment to even venture a view on NPA management.
Apart from the perception of selective prosecution, are there any other frustrations that actually led you to leave the job?
I wouldn't use the word frustration, I would just say challenge. The concept of a private prosecution's office was a challenge for me, a challenge that I had to take. It was offered to me, and I just had to take the challenge of trying to create an office of private prosecution.
Why did you work for 24 hours and not longer time, for a longer time?
Karel, Sarel, when, as I said, it's been a discussion going back a year. And when I took the decision, I just knew, if I take it, I must do it immediately. I took the decision and I implemented the decision. You know, it's always so easy to be wise after the event. But having followed what happened in the media this morning, I'm so glad there wasn't 30 days of that, but only one day before I would be able to address people and answer their questions. So one is always clever ex post facto, and but Sarel, there's nothing in it except I've taken a decision and I had to implement it.
Hi, Gerrie Nel from Business Day. Private prosecution in South Africa is rare, it's very expensive. For those of us who aren't lawyers, how does it work, or how are you going to manage private prosecution? How are you going to select the cases, and who's going to fund it? So if it's being funded by AfriForum members, it's an AfriForum group, are they going to be happy if that money is being used to prosecute someone to help, I don't know, someone that doesn't relate to them or their community?
Indeed. That is why this is so exciting for me, and that's why when I started I said that that's an organization that, AfriForum is an organization that was willing to fund this office. It is expensive. AfriForum will fund all private prosecutions. We'll go through a selection criteria, we will select our matters, and we'll take our matters on. May I just make it clear that I think the first idea is that we're aiming high, we're going for people that are in the media. When I had discussions, I said, somebody at a local government office that are corrupt, its impact on those people living there is as big as anybody else's. So we will not only go for high flyers, people in high office, we're willing to do cases at local level and any person. Again, there's a challenge. You would know. If somebody brings a matter to us and we decide not to prosecute without valid reason, I'm willing to take the criticism. So it's not only certain political parties that will be prosecuted. I have no political agenda, never had, and I don't have one now.